Welcome back. It's another Creaky Bloody Gammas battle report. Let's get on with it.
Okay, welcome to round 3 of Castle Assault. If you want to need a more detailed description of the Great Keith's forces here, you can see it in go over into more detail in round 1. So a couple of videos ago. And round 1 we lost. No, round 1 was a draw versus Dwarfs, and round 2 was a narrow loss versus Skaven. So we've had a draw and a loss, and now we're into another dwarf army. So round 3, our second dwarf army. And this one's a bit different. It's got, well, there's his deployment. A couple of big blocks. So we'll just have a quick look at the list. See if we can find it here. So he's got an engineer to help his stone throwers or grudge throwers. He's got a Thane, Anvil of Doom, two blocks of 14 and 17 dwarf warriors, a little unit of rangers, and then 4 grudge throwers with runes of reloading and things like that, and 2 units of 10 iron drakes with the troll hammer torpedo. So he's set up in a little brick here. It's a fairly open table, couple of little buildings, but nowhere where I could actually hide the Great Keith. So he's had to deploy out in the open. He's just going to have to go for it. So, well, we'll see if we can crack open this dwarf defence.
Let's go. Turn 1.
Okay, so turn 1 goes to the dwarves. So he's just doing something with the anvil there to give him some protection or something. And as you can see, there's some nice little orc huts around the place, but nowhere really I could hide. No woods I could hide behind. He had a wood on his side over there. So I just deployed my night goblins in a line here. I thought I'm going to shoot them with my short bows. And I've sort of angled the Great Keith here. My plan is to swing out that flank maybe and then come around behind him. The Black Orcs are out to the left of this watchtower, Orc watchtower here. So the Black Orcs are down this way, and the Night Goblins are going to just march forward into the guns. And the Great Keith, well, he's had to deploy out there in the open. He's just going to go for it and run the gauntlet of the 4 grudge throwers at him and see if he can survive. That's all I can do. Nowhere to hide. He's got to go for it. And I have a bit of luck here because he drops 3 direct hits onto the Great Keith. He rolls a 1 to wound with one, a 1 to wound with another one, and then the Great Keith shrugs off the other rock on his head. So he's okay. He's going to have to advance. Okay, so Orcs turn 1, we just had to shuffle forward. The Black Orcs are trying to go up that left flank to threaten him. The Night Goblins got stuck on a fence here, so they're shuffling forward slowly. And the Great Keith just sort of moved out there and did a wheel around so that he can go after the Iron Drakes, or the Scouts are just there as well. And then I had a bit of luck. I indirectly fired the Doom Divers, and one of them flew over here and bang, destroyed one of the grudge throwers in one shot. So I can't complain about my luck here.
Turn 2.
Alright, then we're into the Dwarves turn 2. They're doing the same buffs, etc. And they're going to do the same thing, except they're down 1 grudge thrower. And the Great Keith's going to cop all the shooting from the Iron Drakes and 3 grudge throwers. And the Scouts, etc. So they all fire at him, everyone. And he survives all that again. So I just can't believe, I thought he'd be dead on turn 1. But he has survived the gauntlet. He's run the gauntlet and he's survived all that shooting again. So in hindsight, probably should have shot at something else. But then he's going to charge. He's going to charge the Scouts. Oh, and then another bit of luck. I drop another Doom Diver and destroy another of his grudge throwers. All right, then I decide to charge the Scouts. They seem like a nice, easy target. They flee, and then I try to redirect onto the Iron Drakes, and I fail the test. I rolled an 11, so he ends up doing a failed charge, and he'll probably have to cop all that shooting again.
Turn 3.
Okay, so turn 3, the Dwarves are doing the same thing. They're going to shoot everything at the Grey Keith, and they've end up doing a wound to him this turn. There's the watchtower, so the orcs must have a crew up in that watchtower there, because they're dropping bombs on the grudge throwers from the other side of the table. So we knocked out 2 grudge throwers, and we've shuffled forward. I've got a chariot sneaking way out on that left flank, you can see. And the Great Keith's going to take the easy option and charge the scouts, but fail to break them.
Turn 4.
Okay, so we're into turn 4, and I've snuck the night goblins up close enough, the one that's moved up as a block, to release some fanatics. And we're going to send one that way and a couple through that direction, and do a bit of damage, maybe a couple of wounds on here and there to whittle down those iron drakes at least. And the Great Keith's up there fighting those scouts and struggling to get the job done as usual. But that's pretty much it, turn 4, and you're just shooting me with some iron drakes, etc., and the fanatics are doing their work. And that's about it for turn 4.
Turn 5.
Okay, so we're into turn 5, and this chariot has marched right around, a big long march around the flank to get to that position to finally put a charge in. The Black Orcs are getting closer. They'll be able to charge soon. And then the Night Goblins have been peppering those Iron Drakes. So there's still quite five or six of them left, so they're hard to get rid of. I've been peppering them with fireballs and spells, etc. on the way. So they are surrounded now, the Dwarves. So the Grey Keith eventually will finish off those scouts. There he is. He's wounded, but he's finished off the scouts, and he's turned those that flank around. And the chariot's on the other flank, and the Black Orcs. So the rest of my army is going to arrive fairly intact. The Grey Keith has taken all the shooting for them. So the Grey Keith's going to go in. I think he might go after the Grudge Thrower, I think. And that chariot will go after the Grudge Thrower. The Black Orcs will come in here. And these Night Goblins might go in the middle there somewhere. So the Dwarf shooting, didn't do as much damage as he hoped. I got lucky. I got lucky with the saves, and he rolled a few ones, etc. And so now the Dwarves are surrounded as we go into turn 6.
Final round. Turn 6.
Okay, so we make it to turn 6, and the Night Goblins go in there to fight those Iron Drakes, and they lose that combat. The Black Orcs charged in here. The Iron Drakes did a massive stand and shoot and killed 6 Black Orcs. So the Black Orcs beat up the Iron Drakes eventually, even with the huge combat resolution from the stand and shoot. So, and that's pretty much the situation in the end. These Night Goblins fell back in good order and reformed after trying to fight those Iron Drakes. Very tough. Those Iron Drakes are going to survive the game. The Great Keith is then into the anvil up the back, and those Black Orcs charged in there. I lost 6 on the way in, but they're still with their mighty axes. Were able to finish off the Iron Drakes. A few of them ran through, and that's his Thane's unit with heaps of combat resolution, etc. They're going to beat up the Black Orcs. So I'm going to lose the Black Orcs and a few bits and pieces. And I'll just check the score, and I've got written here 10-8. Was it 10-8? He lost 12-67, and I lost 5-53 or something. So it was a victory to the Orcs anyway. I don't really care about the score, but it was a victory to the Orcs in round 3. So we've played 2 Dwarves on day 1. So stay tuned. We've got 2 more battles coming tomorrow. We're going to be facing Tomb Kings and then Dwarves in the final round. So 3 out of the 5 games versus Dwarves. Anyway, that's it. A victory. The Great Keith survives. Bit of luck. Well, a lot of luck with the Doom Divers, etc. So I'd say we had a lot of luck in that game. Thanks to the Great Keith's armour saves and my opponent rolling 1s to wound with the Grudge Throwers and the Doom Divers. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching another Creaky Gamers production. We hope it wasn't too bad. Please subscribe. Us Creaky Old Gamers need your support. Now go paint your miniatures and have a great day.